And now, Freelance Heroism presents Return to Ravenloft.
Hey everybody, welcome to Freelance Heroism. My name is Dees.
And I'm Rachel.
And before we get started, I just want to say thank you to everyone out there who donates to the Patreon, in particular those who donate at the producer tier.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel, would you like to let us know who they are?
I would love to. We want to say thank you to Duncan, Crispy, Nate, Breakmeister, and Rebecca. Thank you so much, everyone.
You help us make a better show for everyone, and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Jinx. Rachel.
Dees.
We watched the extended version of Fellowship of the Ring last night.
We did, yes.
Did you like it?
I did. I liked it a lot.
Yeah?
I haven't seen any of those since they first came out, which was longer than I want to think about.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
But they were very good, and I hadn't seen the extended editions.
Extended ones are better.
Yeah.
They are real good.
They're I vaguely remembered scenes from when I had seen the movies, and of course there are kind of moments of dialogue that are sort of memeified, so you see those a lot, so I did recognize
keep your secrets and
yeah but it was really good. I especially liked how you're such a nerd, so I could just ask you maybe it's story questions that either weren't fully explained in the movie or maybe were just sort of hints to parts in the book that they didn't really expand on.
The lore is very cool.
Mm-hmm.
It is very cool.
Yes.
Yeah, so I thought in particular I was real excited to get to the extended Galadriel scene. I really enjoy Galadriel.
Yeah.
And I know that they sort of made her the main character in the Rings of Power TV show. But I'll be honest with you, I wasn't really digging the vibe of that show.
So, I haven't watched that, but I have heard that other people have been kind of disappointed with it.
Yeah, it seems I don't know how to explain it. I guess it doesn't have the same tenor, the same tone as the movies or even the source material. I think there are parts in the movies that they leave out, even in the extended version, stuff they leave out. And me and friends of mine have strong opinions about why they left some of those things out, because it's upsetting to us. Tom Bombadil. But I think the movies overall are pretty good.
Yeah.
Overall. But Tom Bombadil, so.
I don't know who that is.
I'll show you later. He's a mysterious character, and his wife and him have sort of deep ties to the lore of the land.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, but you enjoyed it though.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah.
I think we were up until 2, maybe later than 2.
Yeah, 2:30ish.
Yeah. And then you asked if I want to watch the next one. I was like, I can't right now.
No, not right. I didn't mean right at that moment.
I will die.
I didn't mean right at that moment. I want to keep you up until 6 a.m.
Yeah.
I know you rookies all need sleep and stuff. So. No,
it was really good. I like the set design and the costuming was really good too. There was always something very interesting to look at.
True.
It felt very epic.
I think some of the special effects have started to age to the point where you notice them.
Yeah.
I think in particular the fight at the beginning, you can really tell a lot of the early CGI tech. But I still think, even given all that stuff, I still think it's a fantastic movie. I like the Legolas walking on the snow.
That was very funny.
That kind of, because it, light-footed or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Kind of Dexter's character walking on top of the snow while everyone else is trudging to it. I thought you were asking a bunch of questions, and I'm like, I don't want to answer these yet because it's plot relevant,
right?
But I thought that the aura of fear that kind of travels with the Nazgul early on, is really good. Like all the bugs crawling out of the earth, things that make you feel squeamish, and the sort of the road that they were on when they looked down and they could feel the Nazgul coming, and it kind of stretches the camera out.
Yeah, that was cool.
I like a lot of those kind of simple effects, but they add a lot,
Yeah. Some of the bigger plot points I remembered from when I watched the movies.
Yeah.
But it was still cool to kind of watch that and know what was going to happen, so I could look at maybe if there were like deeper hints to something that was happening, like when Gandalf goes to see Saruman, and like little. I don't know if this is a spoiler for anyone at this point, but just like little comments that Saruman makes about, like, oh well, I know that Sauron's got like an army that he's getting ready to deploy and all this stuff.
Well, what's crazy is that later on there are these people called the Easterlings. I think they're the Easterlings, and the Easterlings are humans that serve Sauron. Like that's a part of the world that we don't really see much of.
Oh.
And the Easterlings have already been sort of brought into that kind of army. And so later on you get to see the Easterlings when they come to the shore to fight. So it's like the implication is that like the West, with the elves and dwarves and everything, they've been sort of resisting it, or at least holding the line, so to speak. But that's not the same as everywhere. Like some places have just straight up fallen.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's there's a lot of kind of larger mythos in the area that's pretty cool. I really thought that one of the biggest things I dislike about the movies, and there aren't many, but I really didn't like what they did to my boy Boromir. I thought they treated him like he was some asshole, like the entire time. When the implication in pretty much everything else, like the book and everything, was that he was sort of being pulled on by the ring, right? Like it amplifies your grief and puts you in a situation of despair and makes those types of feelings amplify and you lash out, right?
Yeah.
So like Boromir and his brother Faramir are sons of the Steward of Gondor, and they like guard, like they've been fighting like the edges. They're at the edge of sort of like where those types of orcs and goblin kind of armies kind of patrol, and they fight them all the time. And so there's like this, they've seen a lot of their friends die. Their city is right on the edge of what's bad, right? It's coming. They'll be the first ones hit when it does. And so there's a stress like that's built into him. He's a good guy. Like I don't know how to explain to people who've only seen the movies, but like he's a legitimately good person. And he's just being tugged at, and that stress of being right on the front lines, sort of in a dire situation, knowing that they have no allies and that the people are coming for him. And if Sauron gains power, he'll like come right through their kingdom first.
And that stress of if we fall, then like
everyone's fucked.
Like we're protecting everyone behind us.
Right. He's the shield, right? And like it's sort of an interesting thing. Out of all the people in the fellowship, the only person that carries a shield is Boromir.
Oh.
Right? Because that's the nature of him. He's a protector, right? And so I thought it was interesting that they kind of in the movies they kind of just showed him being corrupted until right at the end, and then he has a change of heart, but
Mhm.
it feels disingenuous to like it takes the potency away from the ring,
Uh-huh.
right? It makes it seem arbitrary, and then also it takes away from, in my opinion, my favorite character from the book,
Yeah.
which was
Mhm.
this guy who's struggling, really struggling, and like when they show the ring, his first instinct is, let's take this fucking ring and beat this shit out of Sauron with it, right?
Yeah.
Like he's ready to go to rock and roll, and I'm like, I get the instinct, right?
Mhm.
But even the way they like sort of deride him in the movie is sort of, I don't know, it simplifies that interaction. The extended version, they show a lot more of
Mhm.
those type of interactions, like him and Aragorn having that conversation about the sons of Gondor returning to the White City.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's sort of nice. It's working in the right direction, but there are scenes that should be more detailed. You should feel like you do when you see like Galadriel struggle, right?
Yeah.
There's no question that Galadriel's a good person,
Yeah.
right? But when she gets near the ring and does that freak out, or when Gandalf gets ready to touch the ring and he's like, through me the power would be immense. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's
That-
like, obviously I would use it for good,
Right.
but
Through me it would wield a power too terrible to imagine. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, that's the thing, and that's what happened to Boromir, but they don't really display it as well,
Yeah.
which I think is a disservice to that character.
Mhm.
And he's only in, he gets
Yeah.
shot,
Yeah.
and then that's my boy though.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've had this conversation with my buddy Sowell a million times.
Mhm.
I have strong opinions on how they portray Boromir
Well,
and
I'm
Tom
sorry.
Bombadil, but whatever. Hi, I'm Tom Bombadil, and this is my fucking elf girlfriend, Goldberry. Thanks for coming by our crib, bro. That's always how I imagine him. That's not how he really is, but that's just how I imagine him.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I'm glad you liked it. We should watch the Two Towers
Yes.
next.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that probably won't be until next weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
But be excited for it.
Yeah.
Because you get the Entmoot.
The what?
The Entmoot.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. All right. Well, see you next weekend for the Entmoot.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, we are going to go to Return to Ravenloft, Season 3, Episode 4, Raynemaker.
Raynemaker, spelled Rayne.
That's right.
Wow.
Who could have seen?
John Grisham's the Rainmaker.
Do we want to do like a recap of what happened last time?
Sure.
I think that would be a good idea because I don't remember fuck.
So the party is still split right now. I think Adrie and Rayne are on the ship headed to is it Martira Bay?
Martira Bay?
Okay.
I think you guys had already got there, right?
I think we were
They
gonna-
reached there, yes.
Okay.
We were starting with them reaching there.
Okay. And we've got some lycanthrope pirates to take care of. And then Kavir was off gallivanting on the other side of Darkon.
Hmm.
Oh my guide.
If I scream in pain, it's because I have a cat next to me that decided to claw me.
Oh no.
Oh, we got a new cat.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah? What's her name?
Mhm. Finnegan.
Uh-huh.
And
Is that like a Finnegan's Wake joke?
mm-hmm.
Because he's a cat and he makes a mess.
Kinda. Yeah. He was 2 years old.
Mhm.
He got in a massive scrape. One of his legs is completely fucking shaved.
Oh.
We got him from the oh, she's gonna put him on camera. That's Finn.
Aw.
So he's all scratched up and he got
Oh,
scars on the face, chip in the
Aw.
ear. I guarantee he was homed originally as a kitten, and I
Mhm.
think they abandoned him because he
Aw.
takes really well to people real quick.
Mhm.
yeah.
But he's been on his own for a good time before that. I know. You bite me, I swear to God. We're still
Bite.
learning each other,
You got to bite him back. That's the only way to learn.
right?
That's why I
But
poop in. That's why I poop in the house next to my dog's bed, so that he'll learn.
Right.
yeah. So, but no, we're still learning. Him and the other one aren't getting along all the way right now yet.
Yeah.
So if I scream, that's because of him right now. He's
Okay.
decided to cuddle next to you, and we're still learning each other's
Mhm.
moments. So, but
That's
no,
not
he's
true.
pretty chill.
I mean, say what you want, but we all know if it's. Sorry, I'm talking to homeboy.
Oh.
To Nate.
Nate, that sounds like
This looks like a fucking nanny cam. What's going on?
right? Like, bro, like I've seen better peep shows.
He's gonna be like
If you're
Wilson
talking
from
shit,
Home
we can't
Improvement.
hear you. Right?
Like, this is like a video feed from like outside his window. That's what
Oh,
he's like
dude, this is
watching.
like some kid in a closet creeping.
You ever seen
Looking
You ever
with,
seen Porky's?
oh shit, that has been years, dude.
This is what Porky's is like. It's like through the bathroom hole.
Oh, Rachel's questioning us
I
now.
don't know.
It's not. Yeah, we're not gonna watch that movie. So
Okay.
you're fine.
No,
All right.
no,
Okay.
no. We still can't hear you, Nate.
No, it's the best part of it.
Yeah, so you want to talk about shit that's aged badly?
The stuff in Rachel's hair.
No,
No.
Porky's. And,
Oh,
sure. Now I know what's wrong with the camera. It's because I don't have the overhead lights hooked up, and so it's throwing the exposure off on the camera, so it looks grainy.
oh.
Oh,
I'm
you're
not gonna
fine,
fix
dude.
that right now because fuck it. We'll do it
Sounds good.
live.
But you're so grainy.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Ah,
So
He's
you guys
still
are on your way to
sexy.
Martira Bay,
Right.
or you had just reached at Martira Bay, dealing with the were pirates.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I am investigating Ray's mom and her dad's relationship.
Well, Ludo
He
left
left.
you,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
He went to go get a pack of smokes. He said he'll be right back.
He'll be right back.
No, but I helped him with what he needs to,
Mm-hmm.
solve the problem. And in the meantime, I want to keep an eye on fucking Lady Overduck, whatever her name, the Uber Duck. Ducky Prime. And I want to make sure that she's not like Mirrorverse or there's nothing weird going on. I tried to justify this to Rachel earlier, my thinking,
Mhm.
and she seemed resilient to my thinking, resistant. And I don't care because I'm right, and it's the right thing to do. And if you don't like it, then get a new friend. I don't know what to tell you.
Uh-huh.
I mean, because just think about it. Let's say we do show up and it is Mirror Mom, or her brain's frazzled and she's evil, and she wants to fight Rachel, or she wants to fight us, right?
Mhm.
What's Rachel going to do? Not a goddamn thing. She's going to stand there and watch us get our ass killed. And then I punch her mom in the face, and then she fucking shoots the laser at me or something, some beam of sunshine out of her fucking whatever. And I'm just like, look, we're going to profile first,
Mhm.
and then we'll do the introductions again.
Uh-huh.
And Rachel's like, but it's my mom. And I'm like, yeah, but you didn't even know you were you until 3 days ago. So
Uh-huh.
get it together.
Yeah. You're saying that makes her a less of an expert on her mother than you?
I'm an expert on everything. I'm a
Oh, okay.
professional.
Uh,
That was the line that I use at the beginning is whenever I'm pretending to be someone else, they're like,
Mhm.
are you going to be able to do that? I'm like, trust me, I'm a professional. And then so if we're in a gambling hall and I dress up like a gambler, I'm a professional gambler. And if
Mhm.
we go to a fucking, I don't know, like Monster Hunters Guild or something like that, I'm a professional monster hunter and politician.
Sounds like the show Pretender back in the day.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, Pretender's a good. Yeah, except I mean, it's Pretender's not good, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, the
Yeah.
premise.
Yeah. Also, I don't know why my brain did this, but when you said Pretender, I thought immediately of the rundown of the Pretender, Early Edition, and the Sentinel. All three shows canceled. All three shows deservingly so. But hey, that it was definitely a time in history right there
Right.
where they were trying desperately to make up for the loss of quantum leap numbers.
Yes.
They're like, we don't have quantum leap anymore. What do we do? Like, what if a guy got a newspaper a day early? I'm like, oh my God. We're if I were in that meeting, I'd be like, we are fucked. We are so fucked. It's like, dude, we're gonna be UPN in a week.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh,
Nothing but 7 hours of Voyager and Homeboys from outer space.
Oh my God.
I don't know what the fuck UPN was trying to accomplish.
Well, UPN tried to
But-
do the same thing FX did for a little while, which was try to be have a more diverse kind of show system, and then they just kind of fell into the same thing every channel does, where they realize that like rebroadcasting old shows that were popular is safer.
Yeah,
you don't have to spend as much money, and then eventually fall into reality TV.
Yep.
Because it costs $70 an episode to produce.
Yep.
It's like Burger King money and a guy with a camcorder, and we're good.
oh shit.
Joe's going to use his iPhone and.
Yep.
That's all there is to it.
But it's the iPhone 12, so let's buckle in.
iPhone SE.
I don't even know what that is. I'm assuming that's the old one. All right. Did I get that sort of right?
Yeah.
Okay. The recap.
Nope. So yeah, you guys, Adrie and Rayne and the ship arrive in Martira Bay,
Okay.
and
What time of day is it?
I want to say we were trying to get in
Undercover at dark. Right?
undercover at dark. Yeah, I believe.
yeah, you guys were
Okay.
wanting to come in dark.
All right.
So I'm gonna say after sunset,
Okay.
Okay.
because the whole plan was to use the black underneath of the ship to mask yourselves in the night sky with the clouds.
Okay.
I have one very important question to ask you, D-Walk, and this is vital that I know the answer to this.
Oh God.
What is the status of my over the beholder kobold holder? Has that been fashioned yet? Do we have a sling device to put over?
You had 3
Cargillus?
days and no stops.
Yeah.
No, you don't have the fucking. Come on. I'm sorry. Can I just?
Fine.
How would you craft that? With what materials?
I don't know. I figured I could find enough scrap leather around the ship somewhere. Old balloon material.
I will withdraw my entire complaint if this is my petition to the TM. If every time they use it to suspend an air or do anything where it puts any strain on it, you have to roll a break check. Because you didn't buy good materials, you just had whatever was laying around. You can assemble.
Wait a minute. You're telling me that your ship does not have quality material on it? That you used secondhand? Oh, that doesn't sound very professional to me.
Well, for you guys couldn't go in my lab where all the good shit is. You guys got the fucking other party members scraps. You
Okay.
guys got they signed a contract. Look at them. They're idiots. Like scrap a
So-
bucket.
What I understand then is that the ship that we're currently on right now, Ray, is made of particle board and
Mhm.
popsicle sticks and duct tape,
Yes.
with the exception of the lab at the center, which is Fort Knox.
Yeah.
No, the entire boat's good.
Gonna fall through the ship. All the good materials are just gonna fall through the tissue paper of a hull that we have
It's
and just
it's paper mache.
flop into the ocean.
First off, you flew this ship through the air to get to where you are right now.
Ooh, that's a
And
lot
are
of
now
wear and tear.
using a like a low-tech cloaking system to approach your enemies from the air.
Mhm.
All right?
Mhm.
Fuck you guys.
All right.
Oh, I didn't get to build a fucking kobold harness for my
Man.
fucking guy. I didn't know I was
He's-
gonna
he's
give me
have.
protest-
3
he's
survival
protest-
checks.
He's protesting an awful lot for someone who's not even there.
David,
I'm-
Give me
as we
3
approach, as
Yeah.
we approach Martira Bay, I would like to cast Death Ward on myself.
You know what we're doing?
Is that because the quality of the ship or because you're afraid of a battle?
No, it's because you
Yes.
asked all three of us for survival checks. That's why.
Me,
No, I asked
Rachel's
you for 3
mom,
survival checks.
and Soth are going to
Um,
get butterfly tattoos after this.
I asked you for survival checks on your kobold beholder holder.
Oh God. 3 of them
3 of them.
from me.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
All
the
alive.
first one's a 4.
Oof.
The
Looking
second
good.
one's a 7,
Oh my-
Looking
Okay.
good.
and the third one's an 8.
Just gonna.
I've killed an NPC. Yes. I've
How
made
well
it.
do you trust this?
Oh no.
I'm going to say my first prototype actually is probably not ready for prime time. And
How about you roll an intelligence check on that motherfucker? Because you seem pretty confident about your ability to make stuff out of scraps.
Actually, give me an intelligence check. Let's give me an intelligence.
16. I'm
Oh.
smart. I just can't.
Then you know what you made, and you know what you made is most likely going to get one of them killed.
Well, that's obviously not right.
This game started 100 miles an hour. I love it. It's like a 4, a 7,
no.
and an 8. It's like intelligence check. He's like 16. He's like, yeah, this is a piece of shit. Not so easy to make flying things, is it, motherfucker?
But
Oh God, that hurts. Oh. All right.
It's a motherfucker to keep things suspended.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh.
Oh. My wife is sending me Morse code in the background.
No.
Is it legit Morse code, or is she just farting in rhythm? Ray farted the other day and she said she didn't. She said she didn't.
Didn't.
The thing about
I
it
heard
is
it.
that two can play at
Not
this
a
game
fart.
because I can turn the light on in my wife's bedroom.
Oh no.
It's a bitch, ain't it?
Can you set it to strobe?
No.
You should does she have a Google Chrome in there? You should play Rocks It and then turn the lights red.
oh,
Anyway.
All right. So, under the cover of night, we approach Martira Bay. Adrie
Death
has
Ward.
freshly cast Death Ward on herself.
the city is dirty.
Here is a
It
death
is
word I
dark.
prepared earlier.
The criminal element is around.
And if you don't use all of your death ward, you can store it and freeze it for up to 3 months.
Right. And pull it out whenever you need it.
Yeah, you know, like
Whenever
when
it's-
unexpected company shows up.
Death Ward.
Have a nice slice
Would
of
you like a
death
slice
ward.
of death ward today?
Death ward or cake.
God, don't say that too many times or Netflix will option it.
Oh.
Fucking Netflix. Jesus Christ.
Oh, all right. So,
Having pain over there.
all right. So you guys are loading above Martira Bay in the darkened night. You can smell smoke from fires still going in certain parts, and the sound of battle isn't as loud as you remember it from when you were scrying it, but you can definitely see the city's taking a beating. From you guys' vantage point, the northern part, you can see it, there seems to almost not a wall, but almost kind of like a divide between the very north of the shore and then the rest of the city.
Can I make out how many ships are in his well, Armada's probably being generous, but his fleet?
You see 4.
And I'd imagine I probably can spot his ship relative
Yeah,
to
it's out on the water. The other 3 are docked.
Okay. Are they all lit up or are they keeping their, I mean, I assume the ones that are in dock, of course, I think would be easy to see, but is he keeping his ship somewhat hidden out in the bay? In other words, does he have like lighting, torches and
No,
stuff?
you don't see any lighting on it really.
Okay, so he is kind of keeping it a little bit dark. Can I make a perception check to see if I can see any movement on the dock?
How
It's-
far over the city do you go?
How high is the ceiling?
Um,
how low are the clouds? Because that would set it.
okay.
Wait a minute.
Well,
You don't have to be in the clouds.
oh, that's right, because the ship is black on the bottom.
Right. As long as you're running silent, you can get really close.
Okay. Hmm.
The
You just
the
everyone
tower,
on-
let me give me a
everyone
second.
on the ship will have to be silent though because
Yeah.
The Black Fortress stretches a good probably 5 stories up.
So 50 feet.
Yeah.
I don't think we'd go lower than that. I would want to probably hug just below the cloud line, just enough so that we can see what's going on without being, stuck in the fog, so to speak.
Now, Adrie does know from Kessa's memories that the Black Fortress is the Kagrat's headquarters.
Okay.
It's where the Baron keeps herself
Hmm.
when she's in town. And it's normally where she operates her power from.
Okay.
All right. So if we're, let's say, nears makes no difference, hovering about 50 feet up, what do I need to do to try and see if I can at least see? So here's the next question. How much cloud cover is there? Is it sort of broken so that you can still see some of the night sky? Or is
No,
it completely
you're not seeing any of the night sky right now.
So there's no moonlight or anything to hit off. Okay. Then probably
You do
not
see
gonna-
red glow from the city in certain spots, more like a charcoal burn than an actual burn.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to be in the southern part at all. It seems that all the fighting has been on the north, near the port. It seems that the Kagrat's been able to actually hold them to a line.
Okay. So they haven't actually infiltrated the city proper.
Not completely.
Okay.
I mean, they've probably got a good 800 to 1,000 feet in.
Okay. So if we wanted to make, not that we would take the ship landfall, but if we wanted to get on the ground for some reason, it seems like going to the southern part of the city would be at least a safer point to try and get on instead of just dropping right down in the middle of the melee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Aren't we here to kill him though?
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's crafty. And the more information we have about his whereabouts and what he's doing and where he's positioned and where he has his men positioned, the better off we are. But you're saying that the fighting that's going on down there right now, D-Walk, is not as loud, right? So
No, yeah, I mean when Adrie scried it, she scried it, right?
Yes.
I'm remembering this right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was
Okay.
from the ships, I think.
Right. So you guys heard from the docks, you could actually hear the clangs of metal and the sounds of battle still going. Right now, you're not hearing that all the way. You could still see effects of it, but it's
Mhm.
not ringing like it was.
Because my thought process is that if the fighting has subdued to some point, then they may be not necessarily in a stalemate right now, but they may be kind of pulled back and licking their wounds, in which case they're not going to be as occupied as maybe I'd like them to be. I think it's probably man, I guess we need to get closer to his ship. I'm going to inform everyone on board to be as absolutely quiet as possible. I may use the leather straps left over from the beholder kobold holder to strap Hawks's mouth shut. If I think that might be necessary. And I'm gonna take us in slowly. We'll descend another 20 feet. I'm trying to get close enough to the ship ultimately to determine whether I think Draga is on board his ship or if he's on land or one of the other boats in dock.
You're out over the northern part of the bay.
It probably would be better for
Over
us
the
to
ship.
come around. Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I imagine from where we came from, we were kind of coming in from, if I remember correctly, coming in from like the southeast.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I imagine we probably would have approached the bay from the south.
Okay.
In which case I want to kind of keep that southerly position, but I do want to descend and see if we can get a better read on Draga's location. Or anyone for that matter, whether it's someone from my crew that might still be on a ship being held there or whatever the case may be. I'm just trying to locate bodies at this point.
Well, if you come from the south, then you're pretty much going to pass almost the entire city to get to Draga's position off the northern shore.
As long as we're running silent, though, that should be okay, correct?
It is safe to assume that the Kagrat isn't looking above right now for a threat. It's mainly looking below and out to sea.
Okay, then
So,
I'm gonna keep us up 30.
Okay.
We'll go 30 feet up from sea level, so we'll come down 20
Ooh.
feet from where we
30 feet.
Okay.
Well, we were 50. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah, but 30 feet is a 3-story building.
well, I mean, do I necessarily have to descend to make
No.
this easier to do? All right, let's just try it from where we are right
You
now.
got your spyglass, right?
Oh, yeah, and I assume let's
30 feet's like
Jesus fucking Christ.
it's like a
I
third of
can't-
a centipede.
I can't make a fucking leather harness, but I can perceive shit like a motherfucker. That's a 29.
Okay.
Ooh.
19 plus 10.
Alrighty. You do see the 4 ships in dock, including yours. There are a few others that have been burned, and you can see what's left of them in the harbor.
Mhm.
Those ones are docked and actually like anchored in port. They're tied to the and whatnot, and you got people going in and out of those and sailors. Yours is there. Your crew is still on it. You see part of your crew still on it.
Okay.
So, and also, as you, I guess, continue further out because you're trying to get closer to Draga, right?
I'm kind of trying to locate him before I necessarily make a plan of it. So I can see members of my crew still on board my ship.
Yes.
Are they like tied up? Are they shackled? What is their condition?
Pulling up.
I think when I scried, they were tied up, right?
Yes.
There was like one guy that was like tied to like a cannon or something.
I believe the brothers were tied to the cabin. I'm trying to
Yeah.
find out where I have his crew. I had a list of his crew. I thought I had it on my phone. The Boom brothers are tied to the cannons. The Orford and Eric. And then
right.
Notley is also, I believe, tied to the mast,
Okay.
if I remember right.
My quartermaster and my 2 gunners. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Here's hoping my phone doesn't die at 2%.
And how many of his men are on board my ship that I can see?
Right now, you see 5 of his men on the ship.
Okay, so we go down here, free your men, and then they help us.
Yeah,
Protect
safety
the
in
other ships?
numbers. Safety in numbers might be a good thing right now because we're gonna need all the help we can get. I want to send. But of course the range is 30 feet.
Oh no.
Oh, well, no, I can do this. I'm going. I want to signal them without drawing attention to ourselves, so that at least know something's up. How close are Draga's men right now to Notley, my quartermaster?
10, 15 feet off of them.
Are they actively watching them, or do they have their backs turned? Or
They're kind of, they got a makeshift table and a barrel playing cards.
so they're not paying any attention to my men really at the moment. Okay.
No.
I'm going to use create water. I'm going to create a small 1-foot cube. No, not even that big. Call it a 6-inch cube, so a cantaloupe size. I want to make a small ball of water. I can't, we're 50 feet up, so I can only make this 30 feet. So it's going to be 20 feet. Well, shit, that may be too loud. I'm going to make it rain. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a tiny little like shower right over Notley, just enough to like make him, to get him wet and make him look up. That's the plan.
Flip. Ayo. Ayo.
Yeah. Hey, yo.
Ayo.
Yeah.
You're gonna sprinkle on a man until
Hey.
he's wet? Hey. Yo.
Hey,
You gotta make it rain on him.
that's
And where are you going to make it rain?
right above his head.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yep. Sounds about right. That sounds like the rain I know. Edit.
All right.
So
Rain's going to make it rain.
Yep, that's the plan. I just
right.
just a little bit of water, like just enough to like make him go, "What the fuck was that?" and look up. And if he does, I'm going to try and flash the end of my spyglass just enough to like put a glint out. All right, go ahead, get all the dick jokes out. Go ahead, get it all out.
There's no dick joke.
Just get your dicks out. Go
You
ahead.
said,
Go ahead.
you said,
I'm
you
good.
said Rainmaker.
You're
I
gonna
Johnny-
flash the.
Yeah. See. Yeah. Go ahead.
What did you say?
I'm going to use my spyglass, the glass on the end of my spyglass. I'm going to try and see if I can catch some ambient light. So if he does look up, to try and like create a little flash in the sky,
Right.
so that he'll see maybe where it's coming from. I'm hoping
You're gonna flash him with your scope.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
All good.
I didn't say anything weird.
Rachel,
Nope.
I'd like to edit this episode when it's ready. Because Beast is going to have exactly 6 words in the whole damn episode.
I haven't said fucking anything this whole time. I didn't set you up for any of these. You're walking right into him. The man on a cannon. It was sprinkle a little on his head. And then I'm going to flash it with my rod. I'm like, okay. All right. I'm just over here being quiet, typing my titles.
He's the one being quiet. I'm the one snickering muted.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Yeah. So you let it rain on Notley. He stirs for a second and Looks at the deck. Slowly looks up. And he gives this big shit-eating grin.
All right. I kind of lean over. Okay, they know we're here.
Okay.
Now how to get down.
See a little kobold sitting there kind of like scraping his foot like he's getting ready to jump.
I just kind of put my hand on top of his head, just kind of
Hawks,
push him down just a little bit, you know.
Hawks, do you know Featherfall?
Let Hawks check. That's the Rasta sheet. That's Vincent Jershay's. That's Calypso. Spoiler.
Oh no! I hate her.
That's Adrie the Dark,
Uh-oh.
right? Like I can bring back that for one. All right, hold on.
Dark Lord Horse.
Oh yeah, Demon Horse from Hell. That's Kadik.
I should have called that episode Mr. Dead. And we totally missed it.
Oh, that's right. Over here.
Man, you don't know how happy I am that I decided to drop the water on top of my quartermaster and not on top of my coxswain.
Bah, bah. We need a trumpet slide real bad. Or a trombone slide.
He does not have.
Okay.
Hawks does not have Featherfall, but Hawks has Glove of Invulnerability. Hawks touch you with it and push you.
And I won't get hurt.
Hawks impression from the mate.
You're taking a long time to consider this hesitation, Hawks. I know you started to answer me. I started to talk, but that hesitation was a lot.
Hawks hasn't
Hawks
killed
never
anyone
cast
with
it before.
Yeah.
Okay. How low?
Hawks
can we
spellbook says invulnerability, so Hawks thinks invulnerability.
Mhm.
But from
Okay.
what Hawks do not know.
Okay. How low can we get this ship?
Well, I mean, we can.
Hawks
land
drops to the deck.
No.
Have a limbo contest on deck now.
Because look, it's a D6 for every 10 feet of damage, and I have so many
Yeah.
hit points. I'm thinking about just eating the damage.
I mean, we can. I mean, again, our esteemed captain, boat owner, who is no longer or is not with us right now, has informed me that as long as we continue in silent running, we can get as close and go undetected as possible. But at some point, there's got to be a law of diminishing returns on just how low we can get.
Hawks has teleport.
That's even better.
That will. That's what you should have led with. Next time, lead with that one.
He's like, it starts with a T. It's
Okay.
way at the end of the book.
Yeah.
He's got the
What
book
disembodied
upside down
voice
right
said
now.
Hawks says.
Okay.
Okay. Are we going to
all
keep Brennan on the
Hawks
ship?
spellbook starts with Arcane Lock.
Okay.
Well, somebody.
Hawks
needs to
has
stay-
mending. Hawks can mend you if you fall.
That mending is for objects. Healing is for living things.
Hawks, sorry, Brendan.
I
Hawks
think
doesn't think you can be healed.
He can make you a nice sweater, though.
okay, maybe Brendan should stay on the ship to make sure it stays out of reach. I can cast
Hawks is Brendan's nodding from the back like
Brendan, when we're ready for you to come pick us up, I will cast a spell, like a light spell. And then when you see that, you come and get us.
the
Counterpoint.
Dark Lady commands.
Counterpoint.
Mhm.
Just thinking out loud. Pirates tend to be a bit of a superstitious lot. I bet a skeleton would scare the living shit out of them.
If Brendan comes with us, who's gonna fly the ship?
Hawks is swinging his hand way high.
Oh man.
We could ask Selena.
Yeah.
She is
but
currently a ghost.
can she actually steer the boat physically?
Well, I mean, if we're talking about scaring pirates, maybe a ghost would also scare a pirate.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
not to be a jerk. Her name's Serena. Just
Serena, sorry.
We're gonna ask her for a big favor, maybe get her name right.
Serena. We were talking about Selena Kyle last night. That's right.
Yeah, a
Got
whole
that far.
day ago.
Oh,
Easy mix up.
We're yes. Nothing
Serena.
puts the fear into pirates quite like the ghost of a dead Tejano singer. All right. Yeah, we'll send Serena down. That'll
Okay.
work. Because A, they won't be able to hurt her, so she'll be fine. And B, it'll either scare the crap out of them to the point where they leave the ship, or they'll be so completely drawn off by that we should be able to get the upper hand. I like this plan.
But if
they're
they
gonna beat Serena to death with a cold iron pipe.
if they
gonna
do
be-
start to hurt Serena, she flies back up to the ship.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
And she only comes with us if she wants to come with us.
Well, yeah, that's how teamwork works.
Okay.
So okay, we'll ask her. Where is she right now? I mean, if we're being fair, we can send Cargillus down there. A beholder would certainly scare the shit out of him.
But the beholder may not.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
you know Serena's below deck.
Okay.
Who you know her better than I do. Maybe you would be the better person to ask her.
Okay. I will
if you don't
go.
mind.
I will go find Serena.
All right.
That
You find her and she's kind of just floating down the halls.
Hey. So, we're at Martira Bay, and we had this idea. If you don't want to do it, it's fine. But Captain Rayne says that pirates are superstitious. So what we're doing now is that we're going to fly down to free his crew, but some of his old captain's crew is there. That's who we're going to fight. So we thought maybe you could possibly come with us to deploy some psychological warfare, like just scare them a little bit. You don't have to fight if you don't want to. Just to maybe help bolster our numbers.
Okay.
Yeah?
And I just got to go down and scare them, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Great.
Um,
If anyone
I kind of owe you for the Mr. Professional thing.
well, I appreciate you helping us with this.
Mhm.
If they have anything that does harm you, just leave. Just come back up to the ship.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, then it's going to be you, me, Captain Rayne, and Hawks. Brendan's going to fly the ship, and then he'll come back and pick us up when we are done.
We trust Brennan.
I don't know how to fly this ship, and I think I would be better suited for fighting. Captain Rayne knows his crew, so he needs to be there. I don't think Hawks can fly.
No, he worries me more than Brendan.
And I don't think
it's probably a good thing Victor never got a hold of Hawks and they met. Imagine the damage to the countryside that would have ensued.
so. I think it's best if Brendan guards the ship, because we also don't want to leave it unattended in case anyone takes it. Kavir would be really mad if we lost his ship like just a few days after he got it back.
Right?
So
I don't like him
Be
mad.
fair, it won't be lost. It'll just be down at the bottom of Martira Bay.
Arr.
all right. Well,
Murder time.
all right. I think we're gonna fly down.
Okay.
Hawks.
Should I go first?
Yes. Cause some
Okay.
chaos. I think Captain Rayne's crew are all tied up, so that should be an easy way for us to tell who's a friend and who's an enemy.
All right.
All right. I'll head back
Looks
up.
down. She comes up with you.
Okay.
You guys ready?
I'm ready. I draw my sword and shield.
Yeah.
She floats off.
So Serena's gonna scare them, and then that will be our cue for Hawks to teleport us down.
Okay.
Or possibly for us to jump down and eat some damage, and then we're good to go.
Okay. Hawks, when we get down on the deck of the ship, just follow my lead, okay? I'll tell you what to do and when to do it, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Hawks looks down. Okay. Hawks is ready. All right. So Serena floats down. Okay. She rolls a 14 on intimidation.
Ooh.
So she goes down and gives this god awful unholy scream that you all didn't know she could do. It's not like Banshee style, but it's pretty damn close. One passes. Whoop, fails. Okay, that one's shaken. Okay. Um, three of them passed and held. One is at disadvantage from being shaken,
Okay.
and the last one is petrified, scared, like white knuckling the side of the ship, just
Okay.
scared. At this point, Hawks begins to speak in Draconic and begin casting, and you see the glyphs begin to form. Unlike Victor's teleportation, this doesn't actually burn the glyphs into the deck.
Oh boy, well that's a relief.
That probably means something that we should consider at a later date.
Well, I was just thinking in terms of the fact that Hawks isn't going to have to see her buff those things out of the ship before Kavir gets back.
He's like, all of a sudden he stops the spell. Hawks, forget the last one. Hold on.
Oh no.
Hawks, we have to go.
Oh, Hawks remembers, and then he starts doing it again. Rolling intelligence. I'm kidding.
I say a little prayer. Dear,
The glyphs.
dear, whatever
Go for
God
it.
has granted me powers.
Ranger goes, I say a little prayer for forever. Sorry.
At least on the bright side, he actually rolled like a 19 intelligence, so he doesn't
Okay.
fuck up your spell for you guys.
Oh,
The
good.
glyphs all light up in order, almost Stargate style, as the circle of the blue sphere circles around you guys, and as it comes up, it seals over you. As it comes back around, you guys are now on the deck of the other ship in the center of it. So hold on.
Okay.
Okay, the mast, guns. You get the twins, Naughty, Barrel, you guys. Okay, and then all right. So in front of you guys, you see the barrel in front of you about 5-10 feet. On one side of the barrel looks like you see somebody in robes and no real armor, a simple dagger on their hip. Next to him, you see someone up with leathers and a scimitar and a dagger. And behind them, you see three in leathers as well, sword, and also carrying short swords.
Okay.
Two of those, one of them's kind of scared up against the railing. The other one's like white knuckling and just petrified of Serena standing there. Roll initiatives.
Okie dokie, here we go. That's not awful.
12.
A 17 for Rayne.
Rayne, you're first.
I'm first. Have we been? I'm assuming we get a surprise round.
Yes.
Okay, so we have not been detected yet. How far am I away from Notley?
30 feet. You'd
Okay,
have to get through all of them to get to Notley.
Can I get to any of my crew without having to cross paths with any of Draga's brothers?
You can get to one of the both of the brothers.
Okay.
They're on cannons on opposite sides of the ship, which is about 10 feet off of you.
Okay. I'm going to go to the port side. I'm going to look at Adrie. I'm going to say, I'm going to point towards Auric on the starboard side, and I'm going to make my way over and untie him.
Okay.
Okay. These are. You recognize these as Draga's men?
What was that?
Do you? I'm gonna. Because we see like there's some guys that are not tied up, right?
Yes. There's
Okay.
5 not tied up.
I'm gonna gesture at them and be
Oh.
like, "These are Draga's men."
Yes, the ones that are not tied up are Draga's men. Yes.
Okay.
So, I'll basically point out Auric, Orford, and Stroud, and say, you know, those are the people we need to go after, and then I'll motion to get Orford off the cannon on the other side. I'll go towards Auric and get him untied.
Okay. I'm gonna go fight those guys.
Okay.
Edgy's like, go say the names of those people you don't want killed again.
Say, point out exactly which ones
Say
you
their
would not
name.
want affected
I
by like a ghost of tornadoes.
Orford and Auric Duel
Looking.
and Stroud Notley
Okay, great.
at the other end of the ship. Me,
Hawks.
probably Hawks, and you, of course.
Excellent. And Serena.
And I forgot. Yeah, Serena can be affected by that too, can't she?
How about just throw Kabir in there just in case? Just in case something weird happens.
I have to see you. I have to see you when I cast it
Just
to be
close your
able
eyes
to.
and think about.
Sucks
think
to
about
be
it.
you, nerd. I hope you don't get sucked into some sort of magic portal.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I will spend my surprise action going to untie Orford.
All right. All right. So you run over and you begin to untie him. Give me a.
I'm a pirate. If I don't know my
Yeah.
way around a rope at this point, something's wrong.
Yeah. No, you're good. You get him untied.
Okay, thank you.
Hawks got a 13 initiative. He raises his hand and you see a red glow begin being up behind you. He stopped, but
Now I see Adrie go running past her and the guy I asked her to go untie, right? She just
Yeah.
goes charging in. Okay.
well, Adrian hasn't really moved yet.
Yeah,
but
I
you know
haven't
she's
really
gonna
moved.
Okay.
It's not
attack.
my
But
turn
she's
yet.
right. Okay.
But you see hot. You can feel the light behind you begin to form.
Oh God, my first instinct was to point to Auric, but I'm afraid he'll interpret that in a different
It's
way.
right there.
I'll just point, untie.
Fire!
Not yet. Not aboard my ship. I'll
Hawks
tell
runs
you
over
when.
to the other cannon.
Look at all
Begins
the
to
rules we
untie.
have when it's your ship.
I was waiting for that.
Hawks is like, firebolt the ropes. You hear Auric, right?
Yeah.
Ow! Shit! Ow! What the fuck? Cat!
All right. I mean, A for effort, but D minus for execution.
Thought I was screaming because the cat attacked me. Oh, he's losing his shit over in the cage. You can't hear him, right?
Nope.
No.
I can't.
Okay, cool. Sweet. All right, yeah. So yeah, Auric's getting his hands slightly burned because Hawks could not untie the ropes, so he decided to burn the ropes.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess again, he
Adrie, your turn.
Yeah.
Hey, David. I would like to cast a 4th level Spirit Guardians. I would like to exclude myself, Rayne, Hawks, Serena, and those guys that Rayne pointed out are his crew.
Those names
right.
I can't recall.
Got it.
Then I would like to bonus action cast a 3rd level spiritual weapon. And I would like to cast it on that group of guys who are not with Rayne.
Okay.
And bop one of them in the head. The one with robes. I would like to bop that one in the head.
All right. What level Death Ward did you cast?
retroactively the highest one possible.
Death Ward is a 4th level spell.
Okay, so that's 2 4s, 1 3. All right. Just keeping notes.
Okay. The Spirit Guardian or spiritual weapon that I cast, that would be a 25 to hit spiritual weapon.
You hit his mother too. Shit.
Okay. Let's see here.
He didn't ask you if it hit.
78.
No, she didn't.
He told you.
Damage.
It hit.
Damage.
Let's see here.
I'm only level 1 part. You can't. Damage.
Please, milady, I'm just a child. Damage.
That'll be 12 force damage.
Okay.
And then I have my sword and shield out because I drew those before we teleported. And then I'm gonna make my way over to those guys. I assume with my 35 feet of movement, I can get them in the Spirit
Mhm.
Guardians. They all need to make wisdom saving throws.
I should have counterspelled that. That failed. Ooh, 17,
Fail.
19,
Pass.
20.
Pass.
That was a 4 or 11, and that's fail. Okay.
Okay. So if they pass, they still take half damage. So this is at 4th level, so this is 4d8.
Dice gods, let it be ones.
8887.
16.
Oh,
This is radiant damage, I believe. Let me double check.
And everyone knows pirates are susceptible to radiant damage.
This is radiant damage. If they failed, oh, sorry, just like flat out, if they're in the affected area, their speed is halved.
mm. All right.
That was my movement, my action, and my bonus. I am all done.
All right. Their turn is do they have to roll at the beginning of their turn or the end of their turn?
Beginning.
Okay. We'll start with him. Nat 20.
That's a pass, so they take half damage.
All right, roll me damage.
18. So halved 9 damage.
Okay. Sounds good. All right.
I also want to say real quick, Adrie never reattuned to the holy symbol of Ravenkind. She is still using the icon of Ravenloft, which does give her protection from evil and good against fiends and undead.
All right, cool.
If that comes up.
Understood.
And everyone knows pirates are generally considered undead. So.
Or
Yeah,
fiends.
This one shifts into were-rat and cracks his
Undead.
neck.
Undead were rat.
Could be.
He's
You
just
never
still
know.
stuck on a trap when he transforms.
Yells at the one behind. Alert the captain!
Belay that order.
Fuck off, cheeky!
That was worth a shot.
Okay, that was the one with the studded leather. That's his action to shift.
Okay.
Because that's, I mean, that's not a bonus action. That's a,
No, it's an action. I believe it's an action to shift.
yeah, I thought so. Let me just verify.
Okay.
Quick. Because this ain't like 3-5 where you can take a feat to get that shit down to a free action.
Yeah.
'Cause that's just fucking dirty. My players hated me when I did that shit. Of course, I was also the asshole that stuck vicious on a fucking rogue and just started stacking d6s because I didn't care if they lived or die as a DM.
Also, if any of them are frightened from what Serena did, the frightened condition
Mhm.
means they have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls.
Yeah, that's the one that failed.
Okay. So under Were Rat, it says they can use their action to polymorph.
Yeah, it's a polymorph, so yeah, it's an action.
Okay.
Okay, yep. So no, he shifts and that's his action.
Okay.
The next one,
Has to make a wisdom save.
yes, he does. 17 plus 1 is 18.
That matches, so he makes it.
Okay.
So half. So it would be 15, so half damage 7.
Okay. And this one, his hand glows red and he shoots a fireball straight up into the sky. You see it just arc with the full sound of the just the inferno of the fireballs arcing straight up, flying into the air. Hawk's not fair. He gotta do it. Oh, Hawks, you don't listen to Captain.
You're in trouble.
And then the only one of the other ones that can, well, they all got a roll, but okay. That was a fail. That one was a fail. The other 3 fail. So go and roll damage for the 3. One of them gets to move.
Okay, so the first damage roll I got was a 24. And then
He's dead.
Excellent. Second damage roll. 19. Did that one
Dead.
save? Okay.
No, they all failed.
Oh, okay. And the
Because
last
two of
one.
them were one was petrified and the other was shaken.
15.
Yeah, no, they're dead. 2 of them are sitting on 16 damage apiece, and they only had like 32 HP or something. So.
So
All right.
3 down, 2 to go, one of which
Yep.
is a were rat.
Mm-hmm.
Were
And you're up.
I look at Hawks. I point to the were rat. Fire now.
I'm standing next to him.
Oh. Well, not fireball, firebolt, right? Because that's just that's a single target spell. That's not an AoE.
You have killed my horse with fire, and now you are trying to kill me with fire.
Let me ask you a question. Do you have anything silver on you right now? Because I don't, and that's not going to take any other kind of damage unless I can get down into the hold of my ship where I have some silver daggers stored. So
No.
Okay. All right. Maybe I'm being a little bit hasty then. Hawks is going to be the one that's going to have to take care of him if he shifted, though.
But my sword is magic, and I'm doing magic damage.
You're doing magic damage. You're actually
So is your spiritual weapon and your spell. So that's the lucky part
it's all
for you.
covered. Yeah. Okay. So we don't have to. So it's not as big an issue as I thought it was going to be. Okay.
No,
so
but you're thinking about something actually extremely important and why the stalemate's going on right now. The Congrat aren't packed and loaded with magical weapons enough to damage lycanthropes. And the lycanthropes aren't packed with holy magic or divine to actually damage the vampires past turn that takes 20 damage to heal every turn.
So it's
So,
like
yeah.
I got
You wonder why the town's at a stalemate.
That makes perfect sense now. Okay. Okay, maybe not as big. Okay, so I will belay that order. Scratch that. I will not point at Hawks yet. I will go over to the robed one is still up, right? The one that shot the flare up, I assume is what he was doing.
Yes.
Okay. I will go over and I would like to stab him repeatedly.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So we will go ahead with the let's see. Is there another enemy within 5 feet of him? No, right?
Technically the bandit captain and Adrie.
Oh, so I will.
Well, I
get my
mean
sneak-
the
I will get my
other
sneak
pirate
attack.
and Adrie.
Okay, so I will get my sneak attack in on it then. Okay. All right. So first attack. That's a crit. Eat it.
Nice.
11 points of damage plus another 9. So 20 total from the first attack with the sneak
And that's
attack
on
damage.
the one in robes that
That's the
fired
one in
off the
robes.
fireball.
That's correct.
And how much?
20 total.
Oh, he's dead.
Yay. Okay, well shit. Well, it's not gonna do me any good to try and stab the were-rat. Doesn't make it. Yeah, because they're going to be immune to damage, right? So they won't take any damage at all. It's not half
Without
damage.
magical or silver.
Okay, so I will use the rest of my turn to move towards Stroud and untie him.
All right.
Do I take an attack of opportunity if I do that?
Yeah.
All right, so be it.
Oh wait. That is a 19.
No, screw it. I'll take cunning action to disengage.
Okay,
and
that
run.
works.
Yep, that's my bonus. And then I'll make my way over to Stroud. I probably will not have enough to do anything else, but I'll at least be in position to get him untied.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done.
All right. Hawks looks over. Single little fire bolt on the end of his fingers. Aims. And
It makes a noise like a Roman candle.
it does. And he rolls a 1.
Oh no.
Fuck.
Adrie, that like singes right past between like the two of you.
Like
And-
lean back.
Hawks like covers his mouth like he points to the guy in the cannon. The fuck, Shorty? I didn't do that. She knows that. You know that, right?
Yes, I have a really good insight score.
Captain, where'd you find this guy?
Technically, he found us.
I'm just waiting for one of these pirates to be like, is that Kestrel?
Well, most of the crew actually back in the day knew you as Adrie.
Oh, that's true. Well, Dragasman
Well, Draga's been, yeah.
might know me as
Sorry,
Kestrel.
yeah.
So, your turn,
Oh,
Adrie.
so it's me and the rat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Bonus action.
Adrienne the
Spiritual
rat.
weapon.
Adrienne the rat. Sounds like a bad CBS sitcom.
Do we do flanking with spiritual weapon? Okay. That would be. I have to look back at my spell. That would be a 24 to hit for
That will hit you.
minimum
Oh,
damage
no.
of 6. That is 6 force damage on the rat.
He's still alive.
Okay.
He's still alive.
And then for my action,
And he's not blind.
For my action, I would like to swing my brand new magic ancestral longsword at him. Because I'm flanking with my spiritual weapon, I get my elven accuracy because it has finesse on it. That would be 24 to hit.
Okay.
So
Oh, wait. Can he? Nope, he cannot dodge that even with
So
the parry.
this
Nope, you hit him.
is okay. So some of this is sword damage. Some of this is sneak attack. Should be
And it's okay. He's not
6.
undead, fiend, or outsider.
That's too bad.
I know.
And then because I am a cleric, I also get an additional D8 of radiant damage. Okay. Okay. So this plus 5. So David, some of this is magic sword, some of this is sneak attack, some of this is radiant.
Okay. I mean, as long as it's all dealt with the magic sword, then it goes through the lycanthrope issue.
Okay. 18. I rolled incredibly low on all of these dice.
18 total?
18 total.
Hold on. Let's do the math. All right. Oh, thank God. He still lives.
Okay. Well,
Not really. I mean,
at the
Hey.
start of his turn,
I know.
one time,
Tease,
when
can I get a portent save?
he is BRB right now.
I know. He's getting a 5 arrow. Plus, he has to be able to see him, and he can't see him. So no, he cannot save my NPC.
One
He
time,
takes the full damage of your shit.
okay.
Oops.
What were you gonna say? One time?
One time, one of my players ran like a 5e1 shot, and I said, "Can I make a cleric?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure." And I was like, "It will be the stupidest thing you have ever seen in your life." And he was like, "Okay, sure." And then the first time we did combat, I was like, "I hope you're ready. I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon." And then I cast spirit guardians, and then I wade in, and then on my next turn, and he was like, "That is not fair."
Mhm.
All right. Okay. That would be 26 radiant damage for the spirit guardians, David.
Good Lord, that's a lot of damage.
Is he
He
still
doesn't live,
okay?
and I cross him out.
And then oh well, no, I guess that was start of his turn. So, I
Yeah,
am
well,
gonna
go
look
for it.
around to see if there is any other enemy pirates on the ship.
On this one, no,
Okay.
but you can hear others mobilizing in the distance.
Okay.
Combat's over for now.
I would like
And
to keep Spirit Guardians going. It can last for 10 minutes with concentration.
okay.
Okay.
You guys get the crew untied. More of them. Naughty tells you, "Oh, Cap, the rest of them are below deck in chains."
All right. I untie him. Said, okay, so out of character for a minute, because I don't want to make this assumption and sound like be a dick or anything here, but I would have a store of silvered weapons in my boat for various
Mm.
emergencies. I just didn't want to make the assumption of, oh, I've just here's my here's my MacGuffin.
No.
Okay.
Out of game, yes. Being a lycanthrope yourself and being the fact that Draga is your enemy,
Yeah.
and knowing full well what kind of crew he likes to run, you would yourself be prepared.
Yeah, well, it's not only that, but it's also for my crew, because one of the things that I always worry about is my inability to keep it under control. And so my crew does have orders to take me out if I am too far gone.
Okay.
In which case, yeah. So, okay. So back in game.
Okay.
Oh, untie Notley. It's time
Naughty
to.
gets a hold of you.
Yeah.
Captain, you need to be careful in the city.
Well, I wasn't expecting to go into the city just yet, unless that's where Draga is.
I doubt it,
Okay. Well,
because they started releasing silver filings into the air and into the water.
that's not good at all.
No, just a warning.
Okay.
That's
Well,
not great
in
for
case you-
the people who live there either.
No.
man, this
No.
is a. Okay. Well, I won't take a swim, although maybe somebody else will.
The bay should be fine, but
Okay.
I wouldn't be drinking the well water in town anytime soon.
No. That's fine.
Nobody should.
But silver
Okay, I
cures
mean,
5G.
we heard stories of the Kagrat, but these bastards are dark.
Yeah, yeah. That's an excellent way to put it. Look, get downstairs, get everybody else unchained, raid the storeroom, get everything silvered you've got. Bring me my silvered rapier if you don't mind. Where for so the sounds of approaching enemies, because at this point I'm not really sure who it could be anybody at this point. Are they coming from the docks towards the boat? This is not like I'm not hearing Draga or seeing Draga's ship make its way to us, right? Because there are three other boats docked, including
Yes.
in addition to mine?
Actually, no, 4 others of Draga's, and his is out in the bay.
Okay, so there's there's my ship and 3 of his ship in the dock, and then his is out at bay. Am I able to see like his crew like getting up on deck on the other boats? Is that what we're seeing or hearing?
Give me a perception.
I would love to. 26.
You see a couple flashes in the distance, and then a whistling sound.
No.
Oh.
Thanks for listening to Freelance Heroism. We really appreciate you coming in and listening. We also really appreciate all the people who support our Patreon. By supporting the Patreon, you're going to get behind the scene uncut clips that you'll get to see sort of like maybe the tissue behind some of the edited, cleaned up content. And you'll get that whenever we have a big block of it to drop, as well as any updates or any information behind the scenes stuff that we think the Patreons would like to know. So if you'd like to support our Patreon and help us continue making the high quality, high octane podcast that you've come to expect, go ahead to patreon.com/freelance_heroism. Thank you. And as usual, the invoice is in the mail. So let me just say, when I was a kid, I used to listen to this all the time, and it was one of my favorite fucking things. And it was so fucking funky that I think about it even to this day. And I listen to it all the fucking time. I used to cruise around my house when I was a little kid, like 6 years old, going like you'll see what I mean.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Can I just this part right here, this breakdown. If I could loop that, I would listen to it all day long. That is the fucking coolest shit I've ever heard in my life. I love that Sesame Street fucking jam sesh. I want that to play all the time. Is that wrong? Oh man,
Not at all.
I was thinking about that the other day, and I was just like, man, that was like a funky 535, like kind of. it changes tempo a little bit. It's got kind of
Mhm.
like a breakdown, and it's all about counting to 12. Whatever, man. It's just cool shit.
Yeah. Pretty good.
12. Like fuck yeah, 12.